Okay, everybody, here we go. OnShape to laser. First part. Let's get our file out of OnShape into Illustrator and set up to move to the machine. So we've got our part, simple part here. Now you can export in two different ways. You can export the sketch, which for a simple part like this is probably the way to go. Okay, so if you have a single sketch that makes a part, like this cam is made with one sketch here, you can right click or two finger click the sketch and export as DXF. My cam 01. I always use 01 because you're going to have different versions as you're exporting and making changes, so numbering them keeps it organized. DXF, and these options are fine. Hit export, and you will see, in my case, my cam 01 DXF coming down on in Chrome. I'll take this now and I'll drop it onto my desktop. You may have it set up where it puts it into downloads. Either way, that file is ready to go into Illustrator. Now, if you want to do it, if you have multiple pieces that you want to put in a file, that's fine as well. What you're going to do is you're going to create a drawing. Create drawing. ANSI A is fine. Click OK. And we're going to import the parts that you want to put in your drawing. So we're going to select, for me, the adjusting cam here. Now you want to make sure that the view scale is 1:1. Okay, you want to make sure this prints out at full scale. So here it's 1:2. I'm going to put up to 1:1. And there's my cam. Okay. Now we don't want any other views of the part. We just want the flat shape that we're going to cut out. Next thing you need to do in your drawing, you don't want all this extra stuff around. So I'm going to box it and delete it. So I'm going to gather a box around here. Press delete. Clean off my page here. Get rid of all this stuff. Or else Illustrator will cut that. And we don't want these crosshairs here either, so two finger click. I'm going to show hide center marks. Okay, so all you want are the lines that you want the laser to follow to cut your material, and position it to the top left. All right, so there's our drawing. Now you can put multiple parts in a drawing. So if I insert another part, example, a bracket, or see, I don't know exactly what my file has here. So let's say this block, bearing block, we can put in another part. Let's drop this one over here. So there's the bearing block. All right, so we don't want any other views. Escape. Two finger click. We're gonna hide these center marks. Show hide center marks. And position this over here. Don't position them too close, or it gets hard to select one and move it away in Illustrator. Give yourself some space. All right, so there's your drawing. When your drawing is ready, two finger click the tab, and we're going to export. We're going to right click, export my parts 01, and you're going to do it as a DXF once again. All right, export, and it will put it on our Chrome tab. There it is. I'm going to drag it to my desktop over here, and there you go. All right, now we can get into Illustrator. So here's Illustrator. First thing you need to do is tell Illustrator to use units of inches. So go to Illustrator, Preferences, Units. General, inches, stroke, inches, type, inches, okay? If you don't do this, it's going to think every inch is a point and your parts are going to be tiny or something like that. So that's fine. Click OK. Now what we're going to do is we're going to I like to just take my file and drop it into Illustrator by just dropping it right there. Okay, now this is important that you keep it at original size, right? You're trying to make parts exactly as you made them. If you scale it in any way, you're going to change the size. And also check that it says scale of 1 to 1 inches. That's what we want. Click OK. Now we're in Illustrator. Okay. All right. So Illustrator works a little differently than OnShape, but I will do my best to show you the tools you need to use here. So this arrow, the top arrow, the V selection tool, is the one that allows you to just kind of drag things around. So let's try to put these lined up here in a way that doesn't conserves material, right? Don't cut one down here and cut one up here. It's a big waste of material. So there you have the two parts nestled up to each other. Okay, we need to now make sure that the line width here, the width of these lines, is 0.001. That tells the laser that it's a line to cut. If it's wider than, I think 0.004 is the cutoff. If it's too wide, then the laser will draw the line. Okay, so I like to select everything, and over here, it's what's known as stroke. The width of the stroke, 0.001, enter. And now you'll see how faint. See, it looks very faint now, super thin. That is what we want, okay? Almost ready to go. We're gonna go to save this now. We're gonna File, Save As. We're gonna make sure your name is good. We're gonna save it in the format of Adobe Illustrator. Save it onto your desktop or somewhere where you know where it's gonna go. Hit save. Now this dialog allows you to choose a version of Illustrator. Well, you have Illustrator 2022. The version in our machine, our laser, is running CS6. So to help alleviate any issues, click CS6 and save it. Okay. Okay. Now we have this file ready to open at the laser cutter machine, and it should be good to go. The reason you want to do your Illustrator here is because if everyone has to do all these changes while standing in front of the laser cutter, we're going to have huge traffic jam. All right, so that's it for getting OnShape to Illustrator and getting ready to go to the laser. Next video, I will be at the laser, so I will see you there. Bye.